everybody. It is Wednesday, March 15th, and we are out today on the River Line for the entire day. So we just got our first train, I-157. He had it clear, but he was crawling by here, so I don't know why he was going so slow. Maybe there's a speed restriction or something, but he went north to GE's, and as soon as he went north, the signal here at CP22 switched and lined for a northbound to go into the siding. So 007 is behind him, so 007 is going to be going into the siding. I'm guessing to meet IO10, IO008. Those are usually the two southbound trains around now, but we're going to see what we get here. We got the entire day, so hopefully we see a lot of action. Alright, so one of the main reasons I wanted to come out to the River Line on my spring break here was to photograph these signals a few more times. I think these old Conrail tri-light signals are going to be coming down soon. The ones at Auto 21 a mile south of here have already been, the replacements are up and they're going to be cut over very soon. No replacements up here yet, but it's really only a matter of time. So I really wanted to get out here and shoot these old classic signals one more time, just in case I didn't get the chance to do it again before the summer. Going into the siding. Alright, so I-007 is all in the siding. As soon as he cleared, another restricting popped up for a third northbound. This is going to be I-003. He's going to be following 007 into the siding, and they're going to be meeting whatever's coming south. So here are the signals.
CSX Equipment Defect Detector. Milepost 20.5. No defects. No defects. Total axle 346. End of transmission.
Fairly mid-sized 003 today. But yeah, you can see these signals have been up for at least since the 80s or 90s, I want to say. So they've gotten their fair amount of use out of them. But again, I'm not 100% sure these are coming down. I think they are. The ones at 21 are. So it would make sense that these are next. But yeah, we got the restricting here on the bottom. 003 is going to be going to the siding. Not often you get to see a hot UPS train like this out on the main going really slow. So we're going to get him.
Siding north.
Alright, they're coming in real slow. So restricted speed on CSX means that you have to be able to stop within half the range of vision. And in no case you go faster than 15 miles per hour. So this guy's definitely not going 15 miles per hour. There's a curve up there around milepost 23.5 that they're probably going around right now, so they gotta go real slow. They're behind the 007. The 007 was really short, so this guy should be able to fit in the siding behind him completely. So he's still crawling by. I don't know what the southbounds are yet. I haven't heard them. If they gotta be probably IO10 and I008 if they're holding up the two northbound UPS trains for them. I don't think they would do that for anything else. So yeah, I'm listening on the radio. We'll see what they are and when they get down here. All right, and 003 is all in the siding. It's very rare like that you'll get to see a train like 003 with the highest, one of the highest priorities on this line going that slow anywhere but a yard. So that was kind of cool. Never really get to see 003 up close like that for as long as we did. Had some nice CM44 rebuilds at the front and mid DPU, and then a YN2 AC44. So not a bad consist on that guy. All right, so now we'll wait and see what's coming south. Like I said, I can't imagine it's anything but I010 or I008. These 007 and 003 are, I believe, the highest priority northbound trains on this line. Maybe 009 is as well, but he ran hours ago. The first southbound to show up was Intermodal train I-158, headed for Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All right, yep, that was definitely 158. You can tell by the CN traffic at the end. The CN containers are really only seen on CN rails except for any interchange traffic, and I-158 picks up CN interchange traffic in Buffalo and maybe Syracuse. But so those containers are dead giveaway that the train is either I-158 or I-157. Short 158 today. Haven't seen them that short in a while. So part of the reason why there are so many southbound stacked up behind each other was I heard on the radio I-158 said early this morning there was a broken rail up in Kingston, which is around milepost 90, so that slowed everything down. And then I think 158, they also said they got a hotbox detector, so they had to stop and inspect that. So they're really late. The crew is really short on time. So that's one reason why they probably held these northbounds for him. He's not as high priority as 010 and 008. He's a 100 series intermodal train, which is just a notch below the 0 series intermodal train. I'll explain more of that later after these next two southbounds come by. But for right now, I think we got the next one coming into CP26. Alright, so our next southbound is IO10. He's coming through milepost 24 about right now. Southbound I-007 just got the medium clear out the siding at 26, so there's nothing else behind 008, at least for now. So let's get him now. To take this time to kind of explain the system of prioritizing trains, why some trains are higher priority than others. So to the casual observer, it might seem weird that they put a 2-mile long I-003 in the siding to wait for these 3 southbounds, 2 of which were not even half a mile long, and one was, the IO10 was still significantly shorter than the I-003. And the reason they do this, it has to do with the priority of each train. So on CSX, the highest priority trains are UPS trains, and those are designated with an I0XX symbol, meaning they carry traffic for UPS, they carry mail traffic. So I-003 is one of those trains. However, it is an outbound train. It just left its terminal this morning in South Kearney, New Jersey. It may have picked up at North Bergen. I don't remember if they do that, but they have just left. the inbound trains, I-010 and I-008, which are also carry UPS traffic, have already traveled halfway across the country. I-008 comes from Rose Lake, Illinois by St. Louis, and I-010 comes out of Chicago at Bedford Park. So there's a much greater chance that those trains are late already, since they have come halfway across the country. So inbound UPS traffic is higher priority than outbound UPS traffic. So that's why I-003 held for those two trains. Regardless of length, those trains are higher priority, so they get to go. Additionally, the I-158 also met them there. Now, I-158 is an I-100 series intermodal train, which is slightly less of a priority train than the I-0 series intermodal trains, which means they still carry domestic traffic, Amazon Prime traffic, but no UPS traffic on the I-100 series. So I-158 came south, and they held the 003 for them because of what they said on the radio earlier. They were very short on time with the crew. So that means the crew is reaching close to their limit of 12 hours before they have to stop the train and outlaw. And because they were approaching that limit, they got priority to go south to try to get to the terminal at the south end of the River Line, which is North Bergen. So because they didn't have time to wait, they got to go. So on CSX, UPS trains and trains that are short on crew time, I think 3 hours left is kind of like where that magic spot is for the crew time. If there's less than 3 hours to go in their time, they have to go. So high priority trains, UPS trains, and trains that are short on crew time. And those three southbounds all fit that description. 158, short on crew time. 010, 088 UPS trains, and then I-007 and I-003, while they are also UPS trains, they're outbound UPS trains. So they had to wait for the inbounds. And that's how that meet was set up. All right, so I just left to get some food real quick, and I was leaving. I noticed the signal for the northbound is green, and we got M567 coming, and they have a -9 leading, which will be a really nice catch.
CSX Equipment Defect Detector, milepost
Plan is, as soon as he gets by, I'm gonna hop in the car and chase him north. It's always a good idea to follow a train when you're moving locations, because that way you know you don't miss anything going the direction the train is going, because that's the only train in the area. And then if he meets something, you'll hear about it and you can stop. So it's always a good idea to kind of follow a train when you're moving locations. So we're gonna do that. We might get him again. I don't know if he's gonna speed up, if he's gonna stay this speed. If he stays this speed, we definitely could get him again. So we'll see what we do. All right, we're gonna head north. All right, so we're up at CP36 now in Stony Point, New York, at the old Battlefield Park. We got M567 is in the siding on track 2, just north of here, stopped at 38. I thought he was meaning southbound, but he's got another northbound behind him who's actually going to run around him. There's a clear signal lined up on the main, so we're going to get them, and then I'll probably try to jump in front of 567, get another shot of them, maybe at Iona Island. So yeah, those are our next moves. After catching M410 at CP36, we jumped ahead to CP43 in Fort Montgomery, New York, to once again catch the M567 in really good light. All right, so we're up in Newburgh, and the LO40, the River Line local, is headed up the Newburgh Industrial. I've never seen... I've never seen this operation from this vantage before. It flies over the river line on the branch here, and this is a shot I've wanted for a long time, so I'm excited to get this finally. They're just realigning the switch for the main, I believe. The conductor's gonna walk up to the front and they're gonna go. All right, so it looks like the conductor is walking back up to the front now. They're gonna take off. Power for this train is SD40-2, number 8400, I believe. Three cars today going on to the industrial.
CSX L04015, CS16, 8400, all the clear. Newburgh industrial switches line off, normal over. Affirmative, BEK. Alright, 1315, RL, thank you.
All right, so they're gonna go switch their customer and they'll be back out later. I don't know if we're gonna still be up here when they come back, but that was cool. I've never seen a train on that bridge before. So that brings our total to 9 trains so far. We got 434 coming north and then a few southbounds that I know of. It's been pretty quiet for southbounds today so far, so we should get a good volley of those later. As the M434 got closer, I learned that they would be taking the siding for a meet with southbound intermodal train I-168. I relocated to CP52 in Cornwall, New York to catch both trains. Alright, so 434 is in the siding to meet I-168, who is coming by automatic 60 right now. They'll be here in probably about 10 minutes.
XLM 43415 here 6977. 434. Do you have distributed power? No. Nope, all head in. Alright, just waiting for the 168, won't be long. Roger, waiting on 168. Oh, I know.
There you go. All right, 168 will be here in about 10 minutes. All right, it's 4 p.m. now. We're at Fort Montgomery, CP43. Things have slowed down for a few hours. After that rush of 8 trains this morning, we've seen 3 in the past few hours. We saw the L040, the M434, and the I-168. But sounds like it's going to start getting busy again soon. We got 421 and 433 coming south. The local, the L040, is leaving Newburgh, going back up to Kingston, its home base, and they're going to meet these two at West Park, which is at milepost 80. So we got those two. We got an I-004 intermodal train out of Selkirk. He's coming into around Coxsackie right now, which is around milepost 120. And he has 2 SD70 Mac rebuilds on the front, so that'll be a really cool catch. And given that the daylight savings just happened, the days are longer too, so we actually might get him in daylight, which would be really cool. In addition to that, we have an M218 SD40-3 liter. I haven't heard anything on him leaving Selkirk yet. I know he's there, but there's some speculation that he's behind the I-004, so if he is, that would be awesome too. I really want to get that. I haven't seen an SD40-3 leading a mainline train in a really long time, so that'll be a good catch. And northbounds, we have a 404 and a 422 and X422 down in Jersey. I have no idea when they're going to get crewed, but if they do, we'll get them. So we have we have 4 coming south that I know of, and 2 that could come north. So we could get 6 more trains. Definitely, I know there are 3 that we will 100% see, and the other 3, there's a fairly good chance we will. So stay tuned. It's going to get busy.
That's Foreman. Alright, everybody's all clear of the track, so can remove all front town within your limits. Over.
That's correct, over.
Alright, sounds good. We'll show everything removed. Everybody all clear. 1718 DJM. Over.
18 DJM, and what are we looking at for traffic over?
It's going to be 3 southbound, the 421, 433, and then the Blauvelt all in a row.
Roger, that's 3 southbound on the roll. Thank you.
No problem. And out.
Photographed out. Here's a 421 with a leader of 3018. Permission through conditional stopboards QR 46.0 to QR 45.5 south on the main, 25 miles an hour for train, over.
Visual 18 has visual forward crashes, works on milepost QR 46.0 through the tower, workers milepost QR 44.5. south direction on main track, 25 miles an hour for the train.
Three back 1741, have a good one.
1741, thank you for traffic.
Alright, so what you just heard was M421 getting its permission through working limits. So there's a foreman out at around milepost 45 working. So he has limits from milepost 46 to somewhere around milepost 44 that they just said on the radio. I don't remember the exact milepost. But so there's stop boards there, and all the trains that go by have to get permission through the working limits. So there's a 25 mile per hour speed restriction, so that's what you just heard, M421. Lead engine is the CSX 3018, and they just got permission through the foreman's working limits, milepost QR 46.0 to about milepost QR 44. So they'll be here in a few minutes. We're at auto 41, so they should be here in probably 10 minutes, and then we got 433 right behind, and then I004 is coming around. He's around Poughkeepsie right now, so he should probably be here in about an hour. M433 coming here is racing the last bit of sunlight here that we're gonna get. So we'll see what gets here first. I think the sun's gonna go away before the train gets here, unfortunately, but we'll see. And then 004, we'll just hang here for him. It'll be a bit darker, but still plenty of daylight. He'll be here in probably about 30 minutes. Alright, so short 433 today, only about 4,400 feet, I heard them say on the radio earlier. So we'll wait out for this 004 with the duo of ex-Conrail SD70 Mac rebuilds up front. Alright, well that was pretty cool. I don't know the last time that I've seen two Macs like that, sole power up front together. So that was a nice little throwback to a few years ago. So now we got the M218. I actually don't know if we're going to end up seeing that train. He's still like way north on the river line. I have about till 9:30, I would say, out here. So if he makes good time, there are no northbounds in his way. There hasn't been a northbound since 434. So if he makes good time, I might see him, but I would assume not. That would be very fast for a train to get down here. So now we're going to head down to New Jersey, maybe catch those northbounds, X422 and M404. Those are probably the only two other trains I know of on the line, unless something sneaks up on me. So yeah, that's the plan, and we'll head there now. Alright, we just got to Dumont. We got I-169. I didn't know about this one. He's coming north. Short train, there he goes. He's not ready for the end of it. All right, so now we got the 404 and the X422 in the picture, but we'll see if they show up. All right, so there's a lot of stuff going down in Bergen right now. The southbounds pulling in for crew changes, pulling into the yards down there, and the northbounds are M404. M404 is picking up off the NYS&W little ferry, so that's what they're talking about right now. So it turns out we might get this M218. He's further along than I thought. He's at milepost 65 right now, or was a few minutes ago. So he should be here by, if he's here by 9:45, I will see him. But hopefully we get him. No guarantees, but that's the one with the SD40-3 liter. That would be really cool to get. So I'm gonna try and get him. Other than that, 404, 422. I don't know if we're going to see them. I kind of hope we don't now, because any northbound that leaves will stop the progress of that M218, and I would rather see that. So hopefully they just hold them at 10 and hold them at 10 and then they go after him. So that would be ideal, but things usually do not happen the way that I want them to on the railroad. I am subject to whatever they want to do, obviously, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so it seems like the timing of this, shockingly, is actually going to work out. The signal at CP10 back there, you can't see it, just lit up. It's approach medium right now. For M218, someone told me it went by 26, 14 minutes ago. That usually turns on when it goes by 22, so he's probably coming up to the New Jersey state line now. So we'll get him. That'll be our last train of the day. SD40-3 liter. This will cap off a great day of diverse CSX power on the line. No foreign power today, but we did get the -9 liter, the SD70 Mac Duo, another Mac on one of the trains, 168, the local with the SD40, and then now the SD40-3 liter. So this will be the last train of the day. And thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Train M40415.
Alright, and with that, our day on the River Line comes to an end. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed riding along and seeing the train action today.